Today we have a very special guest, Harish Kumar sir. He had his MSc in physics and he is a gold medalist in electronics. A BEd graduate, MSc in psychology, expert in memory training, certified trainer from Indian Memory Sports Council, and a renowned faculty in physical science and mathematics, and one of my mentor. So without getting late, so let's invite sir. So let's welcome sir. So thank you so much for joining this interview. It's a really honor to interact with someone with such deserving knowledge in physics, psychology, and mathematics and memory training. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
My pleasure.
Sir, so let's start with the questions.
Sure.
Sir, first of all, can you tell us about your journey from physics to memory training?
So, actually, both my journey with physics as well as memory trainings went on parallel.
Okay.
So, when I was doing my post graduation in physics, I have come across memory trainings for the first time. So, I was surprised at the achievements and the feats that can be done with the proper utilization of human brain. So I thought of exploring more and more with these psychological techniques to memorize the subjects and all. So along with my post-graduation in physics, I also have got trained and also have explored various techniques of memory, and both my post-graduation and my journey with the trainings completed at the same time, and then onwards we are into the training field as well as the teaching field together.
Okay.
So our intention was only one thing, that how can I imbibe the memory techniques into the academics. That was the key idea. With that key idea we started, and today we have reached where we are.
So the next question is, sir, you are a gold medalist in electronics. What was your study routine during your student life?
My study routine was nothing special. It was just like every student. But the biggest thing is that during our time, we neither have mobile phones nor even a cable connection in our house. So that is the biggest secret. So pastime is only books, books and books. So hardly we used to watch half an hour to 45 minutes a day for TV, that too for Doordarshan news. So which is also an addition for our knowledge. So that helped us to improve even our English vocabulary as well as Hindi vocabulary too. Because I still remember in my childhood, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock used to be DD news, 8 to 8:30 English news, 8:30 to 9 Hindi news. Every day we used to watch both the things. So that made us familiar with both English as well as Hindi. So that's the secret of today's our Hindi as well as English vocabulary. And the rest of the time we used to spend with books. So every day after the school or after the college, we used to spend our time completely with books. And by 9:30, 10 o'clock we used to go to bed. 5 or 5:30 we used to wake up and again study for 1 or 2 hours and then go for college or school. That used to be our daily routine. So that's the secret. But when it comes to today's children, they have got huge deviations. The form of mobile phones may it be, or TV may it be, in all these things. So that's the thing.
Sir, how did psychology help you understanding memory and learning better?
100% psychology has helped us in both understanding students, society, also the concepts of the subject. So mainly when we are into the memory trainings, we have done our research through observation and analysis, how our brain works and what are the various things where we take time to learn and where we take very less time and that can be learned very fastly. So based on that, we have planned various modules of ours and we have designed our techniques, and the same techniques were taught for the children and we are quite successful in doing so.
Sir, what inspired you to become a memory trainer?
My inspiration is at my home itself. So it is my brother. As you all know, it's
Yes, sir.
Chainmaker VK. So right from the childhood, we are greatly inspired by the teachings of Vivekananda. So all his philosophies, right, were taught in our schools, and we used to follow them. And later on, my brother was into the memory trainings and all the other training sectors. So it is he who directed me into this one too, along with the academics. And we worked with it. We got trained first, and then we worked. We have done our research in trainings, designed our own modules, techniques, and everything. And we have turned into the memory trainers.
So, what are the biggest mistakes that students make while studying?
Well, I don't think there are mistakes that are being committed by today's children. It is the lifestyle and the comforts which they are being provided that has to be blamed. So today's children, they are completely defocused by three C's, I can say. It's cell phone, chit chatting, and cinema. It's these three things which are deviating the children's focus completely today. So instead, if they are self-determined and completely focused on studies, well, that could make complete difference. So children must be aware where they are wasting their time and how can they control it. So may it be their emotions, may it be their exposure towards cell phone and social media. So they have to get a control by themselves, and then that could make a lot of difference.
So, can memory technique help an average student to score better marks?
100% yes. So memory techniques is a cup of tea for everyone. May it be a below average or a merit student. So but it will be the most helpful when it comes to the below average as well as average students. May it be the creative visualization method or through association methods, the study is going to be a fun. So they are going to associate the subject with some other things which makes them very interesting. So they are going to convert the subject into their interesting things, and they are going to store that one in their mind through these techniques. So that creates a special interest for a below average or an average student. And for merit students, in order to memorize it even faster, it is going to help. So in that way, memory techniques help every student in spite of their scoring aggregates.
Okay, sir. So, what is one powerful memory trick students can start using immediately?
So I feel that the most powerful technique is creative visualization method. So when a student, instead of learning in a rote way, if he visualizes the concept, then he can understand it better, and he can also memorize it for longer time and reproduce that one whenever it is needed. So that helps in understanding the why and how in the subject.
How important is concentration in memory improvement?
Well, concentration is one of the four pillars of memory. We say it's observation, concentration, interest, and repetition are the four pillars of memory. So one of the most important pillar is concentration. So apart from it, not only study, but as you know, whatever you have to do, everything can be done with concentration itself. So without concentration, we could do nothing. So right from the morning, if you have to brush, so you also need concentration. And when it comes to study, when you are studying something, when you are writing something, your focus levels and concentration is a mandatory thing.
Sir, do you think mobile phones are affecting students' memory power?
Yes, mobile phones are definitely affecting the students' memory. So the continuous exposure towards social media is making their dopamine levels very high in the mind. So this is disturbing the concentration of the children. When it comes to the studies how they feel very boring routine, and in that way it is affecting their learning processes, so they couldn't recall as well as restore the memory in their mind for longer times. So it is taking long time for them to read even small concepts. So in that way mobile phone is definitely affecting them, and also mobile phone also affects their concentration. So today's children, when they are reading, many majority of them have got like they are using the mobile phone as their paperweight. So when they use it, some notification comes. Obviously, when the question comes, watching the notification on the mobile phone or the study. So it's undoubtedly their choice will be the mobile phone. So, but the question is, will just a look at that notification, with that are they going to stop? No, they start browsing for it, and half an hour passes, 1 hour passes. In that way, there is a lot of wastage of time through mobile phone. So a student once again has to be self-determined and self-disciplined, so that he can keep the social media and mobile phone away, and he must be living very close to the books.
So, would you give some tips to avoid mobile phones?
Yes. So I'll say that a student must be self-determined first, and in psychology we say come what may technique. So that means a student must be determined first itself. When he is sitting in order to study, he must have to be to first only fix in mind that how long am I going to study for the next 1 hour. Whatever may come, I am not going to stand from my chair. I am going to glue myself for this chair. Right? Even natural disaster come, earthquake come, and earth may collapse. But for the next 1 hour, I am going to stick on for the books itself. No mobile phone can deviate me. No call of my friend can deviate me. So this come what may technique has to be adopted by every student. So slowly when they continue to do so, so obviously their time with books will improve, and also their interest towards mobile phone will be weakened. So this will definitely help every child. That's somewhat may technique.
Thank you for your wonderful tips, sir. So let's move on to the next question. As a faculty in physical science and mathematics, how do you make difficult concept easy for students?
So when I was into the training sector as well as the teaching sector together, so our intention was very clear that the techniques of memory, how can we imbibe those things and implement them in our academics. That was the key idea. So right from day one of my teaching, how can I make the subject very clear for the child, and how can I inculcate the memory techniques into this subject so that the student may learn that one easily and memorize that one for longer duration of time. So in that aspect itself, our teaching will be going on, and we use various techniques like mnemonic methods in order to memorize the tougher concepts, and also association methods in order to memorize various concepts of physics, mainly formulae and the basic definitions, all these things. And in order to remember the concepts, we apply creative visualization method, the innovative imagination method, which we, in other words, we say. So that methods can be implemented for the teaching. So we implement all these things will be a part of our teaching classes too.
Okay, sir. Sir, what advice would you give students to prepare competitive exams or regular exams also?
So I say that planning is the ultimate thing that is required. So have a proper planning. Without planning, we say that failure in planning is planning for a failure. So one must have proper planning, when to study, when to relax, and has to implement that one as it is. So and a proper subjective knowledge and subjective planning is necessary for that.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. We had a great time, and I wish you all the very best for your future.
Thank you, sir.